Can we take our History of Benalia back? We can, and we are getting twice as many knights. And we need some serious lifelink here, guys. Flying Vigilance lifelink. I think that'll go on our Steel Life Champion. And that. Hey everybody, welcome back. I'm TOS, and you're watching Hello Good Game. Today we are looking at a deck called the Temple of Day. This is a rotation of the deck I made yesterday called the Temple of Night, which was white-black featuring Starfield Mystic and History of Benalia. Today we're going to put the Green Knights in rotation. We have Steel Leaf Champion, Knight of Autumn, Ledev Champion, Conclave Cavalier. To mix things up instead of our Vampires, we're also running Benelish Marshal. We're sticking with our Starfield Mystics and our History of Benalia combo, tied in with our Cavalier of Dawn to bring back our History of Benalia. We've mixed in a couple other things. We're running Valiant Knight, and we're looking to combo this with On Sierra's Wings. We are running the heavy removal still with Ixalan's Binding, Prison Realm, things like this. We may even work in some more. Cavalier of Dawn is also removal. Getting straight through the whole deck though, we have 4 Starfield Mystics. So enchantment spells you cast cost 1 less to cast, and then whenever an enchantment you control is put into the graveyard from the battlefield, put a 1/1 counter on Starfield Mystic. So whenever History of Benalia finishes its third phase, it will go to the graveyard, and that will trigger a counter on your Starfield Mystic. And then we are using Cavalier of Dawn. Whenever Cavalier of Dawn dies, return target artifact or enchantment card from your graveyard to your hand. This will be our History of Benalia. Benelish Marshal. Other creatures you control get +1/+1. History of Benalia. The 2 turns with the 2/2 tokens, and then the third turn with a +2/+1 on all knights. 4 Prison Realms. Exiling target creature or planeswalker an opponent controls until Prison Realm leaves the battlefield. When Prison Realm enters the battlefield, scry 1, which is super helpful. 1 copy of Steel Leaf Champion. We're not necessarily looking to drop this on turn 3, as it is 3 forests, and we want to push an early plains into the game. So this is going to be our late game drop. We have 4 Knights of Autumn. When it enters the battlefield, choose 1, put 2 1/1 counters on it, or destroy target artifact or enchantment, or you gain 4 life. So a lot of utility with this card. It's really great in best of 1 because you can cover multiple aspects with 1 card. We have 3 copies of Ledev Champion. Whenever Ledev Champion attacks, you may tap any number of untapped creatures you control. Ledev Champion gets +1/+1 until end of turn for each creature tapped this way. You can pay 5 to create a 1/1 white soldier creature token with lifelink. And this is our primary use of this card, is late game token generation. We have 4 copies of Ixalan's Binding. So you exile target non-land permanent opponent controls until Ixalan's Binding leaves the battlefield, and your opponent can't cast spells with the same name as the exiled card, which is super helpful because you're taking out 4 cards with their deck at a time. On Sierra's Wings, enchant creature is legendary. It gets +1/+1, has flying, vigilance, and lifelink, which we are casting on our Valiant Knight. Other creatures you control get +1/+1, and you can pay 5. Knights you control gain double strike until end of turn, himself included. Conclave Cavalier ×4. Vigilance. When Conclave Cavalier dies, create a 2/2 green and white Night Elf with Vigilance. And then, of course, our 2 Cavaliers of Dawn, 4/6 Vigilance. And when he enters the battlefield, destroy up to 1 target non-land permanent. Its controller creates a 3/3 colorless Golem artifact creature token. And then we have some fun lands just to play with. We could obviously incorporate more Sun Petal Groves if we have them. And yeah, that's that really. We're using Ixalan's Binding to get rid of really any big threat that he has. So we're talking Teferis, Nissas, Chain Whirlers, I guess, Steamkins, things like this. The Starfield Mystic, like I said before, makes the History of Benalia, the Prison Realm, the Ixalan's Binding, On Sierra's Wings, makes all our enchantments that much cheaper, and this is a stackable effect. Obviously not on history because we only have 1 to remove, but we could potentially have Prison Realm only costing 1, Exelon's Binding only costing 2 or 1, right? So that's a super powerful integration. I'm also really wanting to enter in the Enchanter or Stayer Enchanter. Whenever you cast an enchantment spell, draw a card. Yeah, I absolutely love this, and I have to go against everything in my body that says this needs to be a night deck, because if we're going to be beating people, we are going to need more than just knights. Correct? We'll take 2 of these, in fact. Just down to 1 Ladev champion now. It's not a bad card, but I feel like Knight of Autumn is just so much better. So is the Enchanter, seeing as we have all these enchantments. So if you've not yet done so, this would be a great time to like and subscribe to the channel. All subscribers are entered in to win 500,000 gems. So don't wait, just hit that button, easy as that, done dinner. And if you care to learn more about it, go check out my gem giveaway video. There's a couple different ones. Make sure you watch the first one. That's probably got the clearest description of what's going on. We like it because we have a Cavalier of Dawn and a Benosh Marshal, and we can even drop our Cavalier on curve. It's going to be a little bit of a slow start, but I think we can pull through. We are also just playing in standard play, no ranked this week, as it is the last week of ranked, and I am trying to rank top 1000, so we're not fucking around there. But we're happy to take a little bit of a break because it's been pretty serious this last week, and showcase some funner, more original decks, right? Just things that you're not going to see every single day. Pull a secondary Cavalier, which is a little bit aggressive, if you ask me. Unfortunately, we still do need a 3rd Plains to make any of this happen. The only thing we can cast right now is our Cavalier in 2 turns, but by then our opponent will be ramped to 35 mana. Yeah. Let's have a card that costs 0, changes all of our mana to red, and we'll play a Chain Whirler. Let's just go tokens here, or counters, mind you. Turn 3 Nissa, or turn 4, either or. Makes me very sad. We will need to pull a Prison Realm, obviously. I mean, we can block it next turn, so we're just going to take the damage this turn. And with this stroke of the card, or the mouse, we basically ruin his whole game. I doubt he sacrifices his land, you know what I mean? Go down, well, he's got 2 mana creatures still, but he has to win some other way, and I guess there it is, right? Good game. That's a perfect answer for Exelon's Binding. Whoopsie daisy. Who expected Ugin to drop? Definitely not me. Ugin's really great too because you can immediately use his -3 just to destroy anything. Not a land, of course, but... So we do have to destroy everything still. Let's get rid of this Nissa off the start. No attacks. We're way behind now in life and field control. Taking out his Ugin with our next Cavalier. He could still obviously play more Nissas, which is unfortunate. I guess powering up his Blast Zone. Thankfully, when Cavalier of Dawn dies, I will get to take my Excellence Binding back into my hand. Now he's targeting my Knight of Autumn. What is this gentleman doing? Playing Paradise Druid, I guess. Seems relevant. Nissa's Triumph. Just looking for lands. It's, I know. Not the greatest, I guess. With no Nissa, I'm not sure what good lands are. He still has a huge field advantage on me. Let's just ruin his life right here and hopefully he forfeits. You know what I mean? Cavalier of Dawn just wreaking havoc on our opponent's planeswalkers. The 3/3 Golem is pretty cool, but obviously you have the 4/6 to block it, so. He's really snooping out all of our cards, which I find to be hilarious. Like, should we look at his? Look at all these cards you have here. Oh my god, a graveyard with an Ugin in it. Because I can't remember what happened last turn. Let's keep doing it. Oh my god, another Ugin, which he's going to -3 us, and I'm going to Ixalan's binding it. So have fun with that, friend. Yeah. This is like the equivalent to shuffling your hand in Paper Magic to your opponent. Just inspecting him, mass inspecting. Let's get a nice blocker out. No attacks, he can have a draw. We do need to pull Prison Realm after Prison Realm. He just scryed 2 Nissas. I believe. It looked like it was showing 2.
I bathe in ghost fire.
He took out our Knight of Autumn, which is probably his best play. I mean, we do have to take the Ugin, and we just need to pull another one for Nissa. We can't save it for her and just let him pop off every turn. That's far too good. We will take lifelink, though, on our Cavalier of Dawn with Vigilance. Whoosh. So we were classically trying to cast that on our Valiant Knight, that you can also pay to give Knights double strike. But I'm sure this will work too. Our first target with our 6/8 Flying Lifelink Vigilance Knight Angel will be... Oh, but he's up to 5, so that is unfortunate. So we're losing our Cavalier of Dawn, which is fine. I will take that Ixalan's Binding back, and I will cast it on your Nissa. You bet your bottom dollar. Did everybody notice they fixed the deck sizes as well in the game? So our decks are normal size. They're not the Tower of Babylon. They were huge before. So this is risky biscuits. I mean, obviously we're going to block and kill the land. I would go as far as killing both lands. And then we could just kill like a Paradise Tree. So 3, 6, 8, 10, 11, 15, 16, 17. So we're dying regardless. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, that is game. Fortunately. So we're kind of getting closer to what we want to do. Ugin really threw a wrench in our plans that round. Definitely something you don't see every game. I think Ugin's about the only thing people are actively using that can remove enchantments. I'm not sure really anyone's using any enchantment removal right now. Like, I guess Mortify, and we're not really seeing so many control decks anymore. We do have 2 Starfield Mystics, which I really like here. We can cast a lot of things for very little. Like that History of Benalia, for example. Hopefully we don't see immediate removal on our Mystic here. Being Thought Erase, there goes our History. But he might want to take our Cavalier, but I doubt it. History's gone. Sometimes there's just nothing you can do. We'll double Knight in case, or double Mystic, sorry, in case we draw another History. Well, I guess actually that doesn't matter. Looking for a Prison Realm, potentially. Very much so.
The mind is a tempest that can be controlled. Learn some respect.
We can't let his move get to -8. That's a really, really good ability. I'm not sure why he wouldn't have targeted my Knight of Autumn unless he can remove it here. Let's see. Oops. Oh, he had the land handy. My oops. That makes sense. That's what we thought. He's really going to appreciate this. It's strange that we pulled 3 Starfield Mystics so quickly.
Be patient. Learn some respect.
Oh, nice. That's disgusting. I cry every time you him. Oh my god, a 4 Starfield Mystic. What in the frick? Excuse me. I got 8 of these in the deck, bud. You're coming up all busy. So we see Steel Life Champion just being a dud in our hand here.
There are so many.
Especially with all this removal. We can't get going. Oh, Get hit with a Thought Erasure. Goodbye, Cavalier of Dawn. We just needed 1 land for that. And there it is. So we're getting squeezed out here.
Learn some respect. Put thoughtfulness before action.
This round's a wash for sure. We need mass removal. I mean, that does open up Steel Leaf Champion for us, which is great. But I think that's as far as we're going to get, as Moo's about to activate her -8 ability. Maybe we could work in a planar cleansing, right? I don't necessarily want to destroy any of my things, though. We just need better luck on our prison realms. It's okay. It happens, especially with a new deck when you've not really fixed all the minor issues, right? Like, I'm not sure how much of an issue Steel Leaf Champion will be. We were able to play it there later game like we had originally planned, but I don't know. In your draw hand, it kind of just ruins it. It's just like we have a Benalish Marshal in this hand, but unfortunately, no land to play it, and now we're just relying on a turn 3. So I'd rather keep this and then throw a Conclave. I have to. I need all the land, right? I can't be restricted as to what I'm playing based on bad land drops. We struggle enough. Ooh. I wouldn't mind just locking out his history if I'm being honest. No attacks. So what else is he gonna have? Just some knights, maybe. Ooh, does he Prison Realm? Oh yeah, it's creature or Planeswalker. I was thinking he could grab my Ixalan's Binding for a second. That's fine. Let's throw our Conclave Cavalier out, and then we can make those 2/2s afterwards. Martyr of Dusk, which is acceptable. He's gonna hate this though. Let's start the assault here. Territorial Hammerskull. Let's throw our Steel Leaf Champion out now. And we even have room to sneak in another Mystic. Interesting. I mean, he's sacrificing 3 creatures, 2 of them if it's over here, and he does have a pretty thick hand. But I guess we should probably play the long con and just pull removal and do it that way instead. Because I'm not necessarily worried about these 1/1s. And even if he does toss out Venerated Loxodon, I think we'll be okay because the flyer's the only threat. I mean, yeah, we'll be okay. I believe he does have Venerated Loxodon because he's choosing creatures to tap. Yeah. Which is fine. Like, I think we can handle that. We can get our Starfield Mystic back with our Knight of Autumn at some point. And I believe he's, like, super tapped. This has Afterlife 2, which is really annoying for us. Let's try to hold out. We've got plenty of utilities in our belt. And he just seems to be heavy creatures, which I'm not overly concerned about. He can only really attack with his 2/2 lifelink. He can keep our Starfield Mystic as far as I'm concerned. And I'll take the life, please. No attacks. He can have the 2 flyers because I'm not going to just take 2 damage from it every turn. It's the exact same thing. So let's just progress through it. A Prison Realm is perfect. Taking his lifelink out of play, lands to the bottom. No attacks. Blocker always has advantage. That's alright. Oh, nice. Luckily, it's not been venerated. And he did not attack with it, which is strange to me. Our 3rd Mystic and our 4th Mystic. That's 2 games in a row we've drawn every single Mystic we have to offer. We really need to deal with these flyers somehow. He's too wide for us to go around any other way. This would be good if we could start pulling some History of Benalius. Stare Enchanter allows us to draw a card, right? Whenever we're playing an enchantment. More land. Slowly losing the battle here. Here is a history, which is great. Into some more life, which is also great. Unfortunately, our knights don't have trample. That would really tie this whole show together. The Afterlife sucks. The flyers are really good here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 blockers. 1. Okay. 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 12 blockers. And he gets rid of my history. What a guy. What a guy, you guys. We do get to draw, but it's a stupid land. Why couldn't we scry first? Exelon's Binding can stay. No attacks. We're still pushing our luck here. "36 cards left in our deck, which is quite a few. Can we take our History of Benalia back? We can, and we are getting twice as many knights. And we need some serious lifelink here, guys. Flying Vigilance lifelink. I think that will go in our Steel Life Champion. And that's game. And so we were able to hold out and use all of our enchantment removal to outvalue this gentleman. Oh, he's very upset. He's going all in. And that's actually really good. He gets to tap my gentleman. Let's try to kill the Venerated Loxodon. Actually, these guys don't need to survive. But there's nothing that can kill them. So let's do the heaviest attacks. We'd like our knight to survive. And that can die. This can even die here. Do you think he's got an instant speed spell for all this? That would be unfortunate. We should actually sacrifice our Knights of Autumn. Yeah, he can't kill both of them. Whatever. Basically blocked everything, except for these flyers. And he can't double kill, because he only has 3 attack, 4 defense. So we double blocked it to make sure we get the kill. And we have way too much value left on the field. He does get quite a bit of lifelink here. It's not bad. And that's that. Good game. Let's see what else we can come up with. We did kind of get stifled there at the start, but we were able to pull through just by kind of avoiding the flyers, gaining as much life as we can so we can get the draw out further. We've seen the Stair Enchanter really pull through for us because we got the double draw a couple times, which basically made the difference in my opinion. I think this is a pretty good hand. I would trade Ledev Champion for something else, but I'm okay with it. Leech's Landing. It's not a bad card. Interesting. We're seeing another semi-mirror match here. These mystics are dropping with a very high percentage. Oh, he drops his history first. Very nice. I will drop a history as well. Or do I just shut out his history immediately? Not a bad play. Let's grab it. When there's one history, you know there's 3 more. And now there's no more. Let's see what other threats he has. No blocks, just so we can double play next turn. If Knight of Autumn destroys my Ixalan's Binding, I'm so screwed. Nice. A lot of people don't run Knight of Autumn. So I guess we have to start in a different way, if you will. We'll take this Knight of Autumn. It's really unfortunate because he gets to double stack now, because he got 1 knight for the first one, and now he's going to get 2 knights from the second play of it here, which is actually what we did to our opponent last game. Obviously, we're taking out one of his knights. Oh, I stand corrected. Pledge of Unity. Is that an enchantment? No, it's an instant. I was gonna say, it could be cool. If we manually tap our land, we can cast our history as well. Just to bring out some defenders. Getting hit for 10 is unbelievable. And a Shalai to finish us off. Very aggressive. We have nothing to deal with that. That's a game. I'll play one more for good time's sake. We're having a little bit of fun here. When we're converting, that is. I could use maybe some lower cost enchantment removal yet. Prison Realm only costs 3. I'm not sure if we have anything that costs 2. I like this because we're starting out with our Enchanter before we even cast our Excellence Binding. And we also have our Knight of Autumn as utility. And 2 Cavaliers to back us up. It is a red deck, so we're probably not going to play our Enchanter. Oh, and better than that, a Chandra deck. So this is less than ideal. So we've just given him 2 turns basically to ramp out. He could even play a Chandra right now. I will destroy his artifact, though, with my Knight of Autumn. That sounds groovy to me. He's going to be pleased with that, I'm sure. Chandra's Regulator is actually really cool. You can pay 1 to copy one of Chandra's Planeswalker loyalty abilities. Very cool. Let's get a Cavalier out, just something that's can draw the fire of whatever he has to offer. Because we do have nothing other than... Yeah, okay, right? We really wanted the removal on anything other than our Enchanter. Another Regulator. I gotta do it to him, you know what I mean? I have to just keep stunning his turn. Yeah, good game. So Knight of Autumn, you just get to see the pure power of it here. If your opponent's playing an artifact or enchantment based deck like we are ourselves, it's basically GG's. Let's open up a pack to start the day off right. Always collecting wild cards. We get a mythic here, which is great. Steel Overseer costs 2. He's a rare, which is great, and you can tap him, put a 1/1 counter on each artifact creature you control. So this is pretty cool in a Tezzeret deck. We should revisit Tez in a little bit here. 1 rare, 1 mythic rare. We're loaded, boys. That's today's video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Share this out to your friends as well. All of those great things. It's been a joy playing with you guys today. I hope you have a great afternoon. Take care of yourselves.